And there we go. We are live. Welcome to another OSR Tabletop with myself, DM Bloodworth. And let me turn off the volume on the other frame. It's always a pain in the ass. I wish I could turn the volume off before it shifts over. But anyway, I am joined today by Thom Wilson. Thom Wilson, if you're not familiar, is a convention organizer of ShireCon in Connecticut, not to be mistaken with the ShireCon that is in the Nottingham Forest in England. And I've been to ShireCon a number of times now. I think about 4, and it was my first convention, my first live convention. And I'm pretty sure that was pre-COVID. And then then obviously we were off for 2 years, I guess, and then I've been there ever since. And it has changed venues now. It's into its 3rd venue in the last 4 years, and it's a great new venue. I absolutely love it. But I'll let Thom talk about all of that. And so again, welcome, Thom, and I'll let you go ahead with introducing yourself and then talking about the con and anything else you wish to.
Sure. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thom Wilson from Throw1Gamses, and also the organizer and founder of ShireCon. This is our 7th year up here in northwest corner of Connecticut. As previously said, we've had to change venues, mostly because of our size and because of an issue with the previous venue and them cutting the size down. So we are at the VFW now in North Canaan, which we love, and we support veterans and support that establishment wholeheartedly. And they've been good to us, and we love being there. We look forward to being there again this year in September 26th, 27th. So excited to get back to ShireCon and running that day and a half con. Anybody who's looking for a convention in late September, come on up to North Canaan. Yeah, so we have, we run a lot of games there. I think so far we have 47 games created. We also have, we're closing in on 100 badges, which is great. We usually get a good push of attendees towards late August, September. But that's mostly all the local people. They don't sign up early; they sign up a little bit later. So we'll get a big rush at the end, like we always do. We'll probably be close to 125 again, is my guess. It'll be a good time, and we will have the same thing we always do, which is 5 slots, 3 on Saturday, 2 on Friday. Friday we do start at midday and run 2 slots that day. So we're gonna do some new things this year. Try some new things. We're getting rid of a few things. Just try to keep it fresh and keep it different. But mostly keeping the same original format, which is 5-game slots, lots of old school games. Trying to grow the kid game presence a little bit, get more kids there. We will do a live auction on Friday night. That's going to be new. After the 2nd slot is done on Friday night, we're going to do a live auction. We're going to have some nicer choice items Friday night. Nothing crazy. This is not Gary Con or Gamehole Con or any of those kind of big conventions where you make thousands of dollars. These are smaller items, smaller price items, but items nonetheless that will will fetch a little bit of money, and that money will go to the VFW directly. So,
sorry about that. All of a sudden,
no
my
worries.
computer just locked up. So let me do a hard boot and see what the heck happened.
Okay.
So, but anyway, yeah, all of a sudden, my whole computer froze.
Got it.
All right. So anyway, yeah. So you were talking about bad sales. So you're up to how much at this point?
We're about 85 or so.
Oh, cool.
Where we normally get about 125 people, so we're not far off. We do get a rush towards the end. Mostly the local people sign up last minute because they're coming from 5 minutes away, so
Right,
they don't
right.
have any. They're not pressing. They jump into games or what have you. We have 47 games submitted. I'll be opening up game seat game tickets here very soon, probably next week. Just haven't figured out which day yet because I have a kind of a crazy schedule next week with a bunch of stuff going on. But I will figure out what day that will be, and I will post that online so people know that they can sign up for games. Got a great another year of great a smattering of great games. We get our traditional OSR games and such, but a lot of different things this year, which is very cool. Very excited. Some good stuff for sure. So it's gonna be good. We have a good time. I was saying earlier that we were gonna have our first live auction on Friday night.
Okay.
We're gonna not have many items. I think we're gonna do like 10 items, 8 to 10 items. Nothing that's gonna break your bank. Just nicer stuff that I want that I don't want to put in the silent auction.
All right. All right. Let me.
So this is not like I said, not Gary Con or Game Hole Con where it's going to be thousands of dollars spent. These are like $50 to $100 to $250 items maybe at most.
Sorry, there we go.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah. Wow. I've never had this. I've never
It's
had
me.
this before. Yeah. No, it's not you.
Totally me.
It is definitely a weird thing. I've never had it happen before. So anyway, so let's.
So we're on pace for ShireCon pretty well. I got a few things, odds and ends, I got to get wrapped up here. Probably not going to have an exclusive adventure this year. The sales of those in previous years have not been great. So I'm gonna skip a year and see what happens.
Right. I put your adventure rescue. That was a great adventure. It's like
I mean, I like writing them. And
Yeah.
I had one planned. But I'll just save it for next year.
Right.
See how it goes. You're still gonna get the little mini adventure in your swag folder, but the one that I usually, I try to sell. Each year seems I sell less of them. I'm not sure it's because maybe there's just a little bit of just people are tired of something new every year. Maybe I'm not sure, but I'll pause just for a year and see how it goes.
Are you still focusing on Shadow Dark, or are you looking to, expand into other systems as well?
Well, so this year has been a Shadow Dark heavy year. I have several things in the hopper for Shadow Dark, but I will probably run those through, and that'll be it for Shadow Dark for me. I think.
Right.
I have an adventure plan for Greg Gillespie's system, so Dragon Slayer. So I have one for that that's coming this year as well. And then I think I'm going to finally make the call and turn to and push my house system out. I've been holding on that for a few years, pretty much since COVID. But I have my own game system I've been playing and running since 2015. Which is fine. It has been ready for years. I've been doing other stuff, but I'm gonna probably push that out, and then I'll probably only write and run that system going forward, and then maybe once in a while I'll do something if I'm inspired to do something on the side. But I pretty much have to, kind of pull a Jeff Talanian and just run my house system.
Yeah.
So I'll probably next year mostly my own stuff for that, and everything else sort of.
Mhm.
If I haven't done it, it'll probably just it'll sit
Right.
for a while. But I think I got 3 more Shadow Dark systems planned. I'm gonna run a new one at Page.
Mhm.
I'm gonna run the. I'm also gonna run the Dragon Slayer one at Page, and I'm going to obviously I have a Kickstarter out right now. That's a little 12 level mini mega dungeon for Shadow Dark that's on Kickstarter now. That's cruising along nicely. So
Yeah, and we will be, I will promote that while we're here, and
cool. Thanks.
um, so let me pull that up. So Kickstarter. So I will get ready to promote that as well. It would always help if I actually spelled Kickstarter right. There we go. And yeah, I want to pull this up here, and let's just see. Is it under Thom Wilson or under
Yeah, if you search Crumbling Keep, it'll be under Throw1Games there. Crumbling Keep.
Crumbling Keep? All right, let's look. Crumbling Keep. There it is. All right, and I will certainly bring that up. Funded in 32 minutes. Yeah, so we'll definitely bring that up
Yeah.
as well. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to ShireCon, as everyone who is who follows me on this channel, and who I have encountered at at more local conventions. I've always said that ShireCon is my local con. It's the con that I will go to every single year, and I've networked with so many other people. At ShireCon, that it really opened up other conventions, for me to go to. And so that connection between ShireCon and Rising Phoenix and in Milford, Massachusetts, that's Scott Legault, and then
Mhm.
Roger is out at CNY,
Yep.
con, and that was a really great con last year. And you know, ShireCon is how I, discovered Ron, that's running Page, and
Yep.
ended up down there at Page, both 1 and 2. I won't be able to make it to 3 this year because I have prior engagements, to go to Rising Phoenix for its 5th anniversary convention. So, I'm at the point now where it's like I'm good for 5 conventions a year,
Mhm.
and 1 to 2 sleepaways, so it's like I
Right.
gotta alternate the sleepaways,
Hmm.
so this
Sure.
year it'll be Rising Phoenix, and then next year I'm thinking of WizardCon, which is up in Michigan. So
Yep.
that's a bit of a schlep, and but that's something that I've been talking to Don, from Wizard Tower Games, and
Hmm.
talking about going there for 2027. I know I'm already planning out, uh, 2 years ahead of time now, at this point.
Hmm.
So, but as far as, I mean, you're a convention organizer, and has it been getting easier as you're going along?
Yeah, it's definitely easier because I have a kind of a script that I follow to kind of do that work. Um, but it's can be challenging to sort of keep the momentum going with attendees. I mean, the world doesn't stop spinning, and people are busy. So I'll get the same few every year, but then there's always new people, or people can't make it this year or whatever, and it's always trying to make sure we get that 125 or so people plus or minus to make sure that we're keeping the con going in the right direction. So um,
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah,
is
you
going on
froze
with my.
again.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on with my computer today. So I am going to just
There's two of
keep
you
it
on
on
the
the
screen.
iPad, and yeah, I don't know what's going on. It keeps on freezing up.
Hmm.
So I don't know if it's an issue with. I don't know if it's an issue with Restream on the
Hmm.
computer or not. So I will
Hmm.
be limited in some of the things that I can do, I guess. But anyway, let's
Sure.
just go as we are. so,
Yeah, sure.
so yeah. So I missed your whole thing. So I won't
Well,
ask.
I was just saying that I follow the same playbook every year, so it gets easier from that perspective. However, you still have to chase down all the people and remind them and kind of keep them interested in coming back because you want the same people if you can um, coming back to your convention. Most of them always come back, but some of them get busy. They have vacations, they have other plans, and
Right.
so you try to make sure you still try to hit your number that you want to hit, whether it's the same crew or new people or what have you. So I mean, it's just the work isn't in planning and running the con. It's more now just trying to get people to come. So you're just
Right.
kind of herding the cats, so to speak.
Yeah. Now, do you have the pretty much the same vendors as last year?
Yeah, so we're doing something a little different this year with vendors. I'm not sure how people are gonna take it, but we're trying to maximize. So let me step back 1 second.
Mhm.
Every year, I try to talk to people, and I put a poll up on the Facebook group, and I talk to people individually and say, what can we do to make the con better? And 9 out of 10 people are gonna say, we're too tight, it's too close, we need more space. So this year, I decided to spread the tables out further, which means reducing the inside vendors. Now, when I say inside vendors, I'm gonna put up two big tents outside, and we're gonna have outside vendors and inside vendors. Now, the inside vendors
Mhm.
will be people who are willing to pay for a table and have so much stuff that they don't really want to tear it down the other day and set it back up again the next day. And the
Mhm.
outside vendors are people that can pretty much put up one table of their stuff. And if they want to do it 2 days in a row, they can. If they only want to do it Saturday, that's fine too. And I'm not charging the outside vendors anything. So I'm trying that mode to see if that works.
Mhm.
Because I'm trying to make sure that players have enough players are comfortable. Right. First and
Right.
foremost, it's about games before it's about merch. So I'm trying to spread the tables out. We're going to reduce the table count upstairs by 2,
Mhm.
which will make it a little bit more comfortable. And then we're
Right.
going to have no vendors downstairs, which means I can spread those bigger tables for miniatures and board games downstairs a little bit, spread
Right.
those apart, and just get it comfortable. So we're gonna try it, and
Yeah.
if it doesn't go well, or people upset there's not enough vendors, or there's not enough vendors who want to be outside, then we'll reconfigure next year. But we have to keep trying things to make it comfortable for people. So,
Right. Right.
but
Yeah.
we have James coming back from the game reserve, which is huge because he's always has a giant setup of tons of stuff. He's
Right.
like 4 vendors in one anyway, so
Yeah.
that's great. He couldn't make it last year, but he's making it this year, which is good.
Good. Good. Good. And I know Jeff Talanian is going to be back, and
Yep.
he's running Hyperborea, so I'm
Yes.
really
Yep.
looking forward to that and get into his game again. I'm hoping.
Yep. He
And
always runs
then
games, which is good.
there's there's another one. Is it Ian McGarty or
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Ian
So I think
McGarty out of
he's running
Silver
a game
Boulay.
on Saturday. I think I'm going to try to jump in on that one as well. I'm going to
He's got a couple. Yep.
try to make it to your tavern brawl this year. So hopefully I always kind of peter out, at the very end, or I have something that's coming up and it's like, all right, but yeah, I'm going to try to make
Sure.
tavern brawl this year.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
good time. It's a good
yeah,
time.
I've been to like 4 ShireCons and I've never once made it to tavern brawl. It's like,
Yeah.
it's always an issue. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Well,
going to try to.
I petered out last year.
Mhm.
I was out of energy by the time I got to Tavern Ball, and I ran it, of course, but I was
Yeah.
tired. So I'm not running any other games because I learned last year when I ran a Shadow Art game in the morning that day. It was just too much. So
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave my game running to other cons and just run this convention, and then just focus on Tavern Brawl. So
Right. Yeah. I know this year that this is the first year that I'm not running Shadow Dark. I'm not running I'm running Castles and Crusades, two
mhm.
different sessions this year,
Yep.
as part of their endless endless worlds organized play.
Right.
So basically the way that works is that, I'll run this setup, I'll keep a log of who played in it and how long did it last, and then I forward them the just the it's obviously on the honor system and everything, but I'll be able to show
Mhm.
them, yeah, here's the game registered, here's me running it, and
Right.
then they basically give some kind of like a credit for the number of hours overall you do with whether it's either Castles and Crusades, Amazing Adventures, or if you're setting a different game system but in their official game world of aired, then that also counts towards that.
Okay.
And yeah, so they're doing a lot of things to really open up for not just organized play, but really open themselves up to being a much larger presence within within the hobby,
Mhm.
let's say. So yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff, and I'm really impressed with the stuff that they've been doing as well. um and then so when I go to cons now, I'm looking to run at least one session, possibly two, one per day. I'm not doing multiple same day anymore. That's like you said, I mean, that is really grueling.
Yeah.
I've done it, in the past, like three sessions in a day, or two sessions running and two sessions playing. That's a real brutal kind of a from start to finish kind of thing, and it's
Mhm.
I just don't have that in me anymore. So
Understood.
when I go to cons now, it's like, all right, I'll run a little bit, but I want to play. And I want to
Yep.
play with in certain game systems, as well. So I know one thing with ShireCon is that there is always a good variety of different game systems being
Yeah,
run
there
there.
is.
So I've played in Jeff Talanian's, Hyperborea. I've played in Ron Connolly's game, his game system as well. I played second edition for possibly my first time. I think I played,
Mhm.
AD&D
Probably with
second
one of
edition,
the
the Muppet ones, right? One of the Muppet ones, so we're playing
Scala
Muppet
Galts. Yeah.
characters. Yeah. I played, oh, what is it called? Serpent and something, something of the Serpentine, or something.
Yep.
His own game system, and what's his last name? Is that Culp? Um,
I can't remember.
yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember, but yeah, you meet so many people at ShireCon that are either game designers, or they go to other conventions in a kind of a localized New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts,
Mhm.
Pennsylvania, area, that it's just it's a great con to go to meet other people that are kind of going to other things, and
Yep.
so it's an awesome time,
Yeah.
to do that. Let me check on some chats here.
Sure.
Oh, excuse me.
Gesundheit. Gesundheit.
Yeah, apologize for that. So let's see. I don't know if these are going to post between the restream and here, but anyway, um, I hope these do. And I apologize to everyone for, oh, there, it is posting. It's posting on Facebook there. So my ear trumpet has been struck by lightning. Thank you very much. And Chris Miller received the free membership there. Um, Cooperative Waffles, hello. Curry, how's it going? Um, and let's see who else we have here. We have Takato, and Takato is coming again.
Excellent.
So I met
Yeah.
Takato for the first time last year at ShireCon, and
Excellent.
so it was great to meet somebody in person, for the convention as well. And I wonder if they'll click here. No, they won't click on this one. Yeah, I apologize to everyone for the technical difficulties. I don't know
Ah.
why. Restream, it must be a restream issue, because I'm watching it on my computer on YouTube, and then I have restream on the iPad, and it seems to be more stable now. So something
Yeah.
weird. But anyway, yeah, so there's a lot going on at ShireCon that I, highly recommend everybody to attend. And if you can, I won't be able to do those shares, will I? Crap. So let's have you pitch your Kickstarter and talk about it. If you can bring it up on your end and then share, I'll let you I'll let you share the screen if that
Sure.
might work.
Sure. So let's see. So I'm going to share the screen here.
Yeah, and I should get the little cue up here so I can see if I can share it, or allow you to share it. I'm not seeing anything yet. Oh, there it goes.
I'll move over to here. Can you
There
see
we
that?
go. Yes,
Cool.
I see it on my on this here, and I should be seeing it any second on YouTube. But anyway, yes, it is there.
All right, so yeah, this is going on for another 3 days. It ends on Wednesday. It's the Crumbling Keep of Kashmir. It's a 12-level, 150 encounter area mini mega dungeon for Shadow Dark. Low level, and it's a resource, a resource restricted kind of adventure. So that's what makes Shadow Dark complicated. Is that light and such is complicated. So to delve 12 levels and try to manage your resources while you're doing that is pretty complicated. There's a couple outs there, a couple ways to get around some things, but you really have some players that really understand Shadow Dark and understand what they're doing there. The cover artist there is Luis Prado out of Brazil. He's fantastic. He did the cover of Slumbering City. And he's did this one for me about 9 months ago, and I've been sitting on it for a while. So finally can get that cover, which is nice. That's obviously not the whole thing, just a piece of it, but the cover is going to be quite nice. This will be a hardcover, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 72 to 96 pages, I think. Lots of interior art and maps. There's some art right there with Kuani. This is the first time I'm working with this artist. He's really good. I'm enjoying his work. Cool. He's definitely got a cool style. A lot of hatch work and such. He's really good. So yeah, so I mean, it's already written. It's all the art's done, all the maps are done. My editor just got the book last week. He's going through it. We're gonna do it level by level. So when he finishes a level, I'm gonna lay that out so that way when he's done with the last level, I'm not like laying the entire book out. I'm gonna do it piece by piece because I've already got all the maps and the art. So as he finishes the work, I'll integrate those edits, then lay that level out, and then wait for the next level. So that should speed things up. And then once we obviously get that laid out, we'll then get a test print off. This is my first time doing the hardcover with Lulu, so that'll be that's why I've got a little longer tail on the physical for January.
Right.
I think I'm going to be done way before that, but I want to give myself a little bit of time just in case because of it's the first time doing a hardcover with them.
Right.
Doing a couple of little stretch goals, nothing major. The book's already written, so I'm not adding more stuff to the book, but I like my brochure adventures. If you haven't seen my brochure adventures, go take a look at them on drive through. They're front and back page trifold. And they're pretty fun. So this one will get its own. You'll get a free one added to this one. We'll do some pre-gens. Probably gonna get Joey Dossel to do the art again. He likes doing my pre-gen art, so he's probably gonna do that for me. I've talked to him. Just got to get some stuff in his hands. We're getting close to that 7,500, so I think we'll make that easily in 3 days. And just the regular things. But I like my little no AI writing or art. Yeah, we like real artists and real writing. We don't play with AI in my products. So
yes, and
yeah. So it's the price. The price is good. It's It's a $9 PDF for a $29 hardcover.
Mhm.
Then plus 29 plus shipping, and that 29 includes the cost to print it. So really, you're getting a book for a pretty good price for hardcover. It's
Right.
I'm not making a lot of on the book, and that's fine because I'll make it up later as I always do. But you're getting a good, for what you're going to get page count wise, you're getting a really good, getting a pretty good deal, I think. So.
Yeah, I mean, your adventures are, are very well crafted, and I've enjoyed running them. Every one of them that I have, I've run, and you know, and some of them like you know, uh, the first one that you wrote, the city one. Oh my gosh, I just drew a blank.
Slumbering City.
Slumbering City. I
Yes.
ran that at least 4 times at
Yeah.
conventions,
Yeah,
and
it's a good one.
it is a really really good adventure to run at at conventions, and every time I ran it, the players just had a different experience. I had a different experience running it as well. And then the second one, the War in the Valley, was another one really great. I ran that at at one convention. I ran that, and
Yep.
it worked really well. It worked as well in the convention as it did at home.
Yeah, it's a good
And
tribute.
so
Good tribute to keep on the Borderlands. Yep.
yeah, yeah, and that was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Both running it at home and at a convention setting as well. I haven't run and I'll grab it just so I can show it to everyone. So, is this your most recent published, right? And I just had it out. So, the Tower of the Outer God. All right, so I
Yep.
will show that to everyone here. So I haven't run this one yet. But it's certainly
Another
one that
Howard
I will.
inspired.
Yes, yeah, Robert E.
Another
Howard
Howard inspired.
inspired. So it's
Yep.
basically, you're basically doing the Tower of the Elephant. All
Of
right,
course. Yep.
and really excited about this one here. I might integrate this one into my current Shadow Rim, my Shadow Rim campaign that I'm running right
Mhm.
now. So
Yep.
that's a great one. Um, so yeah, other creators that you have I know Jeffrey Talanian is going to be there. Is you know
We'll get Joey. We'll get Joey Royale. Will John McGuire.
Okay.
I think Chet Mitten will be there. Ian McGarty will be there. Levi Combs may be there.
Okay.
That's a maybe. We're not going to get Brian Shutter, unfortunately, from Neon Lords. He's got a previous engagement as well.
Right.
I'm going through my list of people. We'll get Tim Callahan there again. We'll get the Meritor brothers there again. One of which won the Adventure Award last year.
Yes.
But I think both brothers are probably going to submit, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll have, let's see,
Joe Block going to be there?
Eric Ten. Joe Block will not be there. He's got a previous engagement as well.
Okay.
Eric Tenkar will be there. Usual cast of characters. So,
yeah.
And then a lot of locals and a lot of Matt Roberts, that crew from the Boston Marlboro area will be there. Scott Legal will be there. Ron Meisher will be there from Page. So we'll get the regular cast of characters that we get every year. And it definitely feels like a reunion every time we have the con, which is my kind of my favorite feeling of is seeing all the same people I see every year, and it's just great. So
yeah, that's something that I'm really really impressed with is that as I said earlier, I mean we're starting to see each other at this network of conventions in New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and it's just the same group of people that we're running into, and that makes each of these smaller cons feel bigger, in a sense, and and each of these cons are growing at a nice little pace. I'd say they're not outgrowing themselves. They have a nice slow and steady build up, and that is something I really like about them as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's mine is kind of sort of sitting at the same size, which is fine.
yeah.
I'm not looking to. I would run out of space if I grow it too much bigger. I get about 150 people there, I think, and that's about it.
Hmm.
If there for some reason was a push um to really grow the con, I would have to move out of town. So that's one thing I'm trying to avoid.
Right.
Um, so I kind of want the con to sort of be like you've been there. If you go there every year, you kind of it feels like a family reunion.
Yeah.
But if you want to go to a big con, I would say then that's where you should think about going to, Rising Phoenix or Total Con or North Texas or one of those because that's what that feels like. But mine
Yeah.
will likely not feel like that ever because I don't have the space for it without moving into a bigger town. So
Yeah.
trying not to do that. So
Yeah.
you should.
And it's been a great con, even with the changes of venues. I mean,
Mhm.
the venues have never been, bad for the situation as somebody going to the convention, you know, and they've always been, I always thought that they were fairly comfortable. Like I didn't have a problem with the closeness of the tables
Mhm.
at the last ShireCon, but everyone has different tolerance levels, I guess.
Sure.
For I'm a former classroom teacher, so I can kind of block out conversations I'm not trying to pay attention to,
Sure.
and I
Sure.
can speak over, adjacent tables if I need to, kind of thing. So that's that's something that is just my own kind of past experience allows me
Sure.
to overcome that. But I'm sure other people, like I've been in big cons where it's like I get overwhelmed. Like do I could not do a Comic Con
Mm.
at Javits Center again.
Yeah.
um and that's probably the largest con I've ever been to. But when I see people showing videos of Gen Con, I was like, nope, nope, just not going to do it.
Yeah.
you
I
know
did Gen Con 1 year and that was enough for me. It
yeah, I was like,
was
no,
enough.
no, I have no desire. I couldn't even game in that kind of a situation. I certainly
Yeah.
couldn't run a game, and I couldn't even play in a game in that kind of environment. It's just too
Mm.
much going on. So yeah, I like the size of your convention. I want to give a shout out to AutoCon, which is a tiny, tiny convention, about a little less than 100 people. I think it hit like a little over 100, and that's here in my town, in Pleasant Valley, New York. And that was a nice small con. And again, it's just like there's something different and in many ways better with a convention that is like 150 or less, and that's I think a really nice sized con, especially if you're going to keep on going back to it, because like you said, the same group of people kind of show up, if not every single year, probably the next year you'll see the same faces again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's the thing is that we want it to be, want it to feel personal and
Yeah.
not feel like for Gen Con, the first only time I went, I signed up for the tournament game
Hmm.
and I had to wait in line for 3 hours just to play the game I signed up for. And I just don't want that experience. I want to be able to say, I'm at a
Hmm.
game at 1 o'clock. I show up to that table and I play. I don't have to wait in line for hours to get to play that game.
Right.
So
So
that's everyone
yeah.
has their own kind of what they want. I mean, some people love those huge cons. I think they're fun for if you're buying or you're just trying to experience it. But like to running games and playing games, it just didn't feel very good. So
Right. Yeah. Speaking of running games, I want to just let me attempt to do a share. And
yeah.
so let's see if I can share. No, that's not working. Enable camera. Nope, that was turning that off. Where's share? Oh, here we are. Nope. I guess I don't have. Let's see, presentations. Oh no. Nope, I can't share. All right. All right. Yeah, I got to figure it out. I got to figure out what the heck happened here with, with this. Why Restream is not working on my computer. So let's see. Oh, here's Don from Wizard Tower.
Yeah,
So
Steve's got a question I'd like to answer.
oh yeah, all right. So let's go into Steve. What kind of binding? All
Yeah,
right,
so Lulu does a glue back binding. If I was going to go with Smithstone, it would be the price would have been double what I was charging because it
yeah.
just costs that much more. Since I'm doing a print on demand, I'm not doing a kind of a full print run with a company like Mixam or something. Really
Mhm.
can't afford to do that. So yeah, I appreciate the question because people know that Smithstone is the better binding to have, of course.
Mhm.
Um, but with trying to keep a low cost solution for people, this is my best option. So down the
Right.
road, if I ever want to reprint them, and I want to I want to do something extraordinary, perhaps I've done a sewn binding project before, but it took me every night for a month and a half to get them
Mm.
all mailed out. And I don't have
Yeah.
that time. It's the
Yeah.
reason why I can put out stuff so quickly is I don't have to do any of the packing and mailing.
Right.
So that's a good
Let's see.
question. I think. Thanks to Steve for asking.
Yeah. Yeah. And so this is Don Samora, and let's see. Let's show. And he prefers small cons as well. And
Yep.
another convention organizer. And 2027, I'm planning on it, Don. Planning on it. So yeah, yeah. Gen Con is a massive nope. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean,
Game Storm.
like I said, I went that one time, and that was enough to
Hmm.
that was enough to satisfy my curiosity. Now I don't need to do that again.
In the PDX area, um, I guess that's the Philadelphia area, is Game
Hmm.
Storm, or not sure. Oh, Pacific Con. All right, sorry. So Pacific Con. So yeah, that's San Francisco area. Yeah, that's out there. I can't do planes either. Flying out of New York is just such a hassle. Um,
Yeah.
it is not an easy thing to do, and no matter what airport I choose, um, none of them are easy. They're all very, very complicated. Um,
White Plains.
even White Plains tends to be expensive, but they have a lot of flight delays out of White Plains.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
a
that one.
lot, like more so than anything, because I think that they have like they run out of pilots or whatever, or they run out of planes or whatever, and they end up rerouting or canceling or whatnot, or just delays. Every time we've gone in or out of White Plains, we've had a delay.
Hmm. Interesting.
So yeah, I don't think they get um, as much traffic as they used to in the past, and I think that
Hmm.
that's what some of the airlines are kind of like, just dropping the ball with them. So yeah, we
Sure.
recently flew out of Kennedy, and that is no simple task either. Kennedy is a pain in the ass. Um,
Right.
and it's been a long time since I've gone out of LaGuardia. Um,
Yeah.
there's the other one, not White Plains. There's the other one by West Point. I always forget what they call that one. Um, but near West Point, there's one that's just expensive. They charge you like an extra $150 a ticket. Going out of there.
Yeah. I'm fortunate to have Bradley. Bradley is a great airport. So
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I might take a look. Like I was seeing, like I noticed that the one by Danbury is, you know, Danbury is closer to me than Westchester is.
hmm,
So I might consider looking at Danbury and seeing what that would be like to fly out
forgot
of.
about that one. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm sure Tom does as well.
Yeah, definitely on
Yeah,
my list for sure. On my
uh,
list.
yeah, yeah. Definitely on my list for 2027, and I think it's it's about an 11-hour drive for me, which is almost doable. It's like, I think it's
Sure.
almost doable. Um, you know, I just have to make sure my car is able to handle it. Make sure I
You
have,
gotta get a co-pilot. You gotta go with
yeah.
somebody. So you take turns. That's the best way.
Yeah, no, you know what? It's not somewhat, because once I get driving, I don't like to give it up. You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
like, I just like kind of fight through it. And I'm like, oh no, I'll be fine. Um, so yeah, like I've gone on long trips, from like New York to Toronto, which is, probably about a 8-hour drive or something like that. My wife was like, "Oh, you want me to drive?" No, I'm good. I'm good. I'll be fine. You
Sure.
know, so yeah, it's let's see. Battle Creek has an airport that is 10 minutes from the hotel. Yeah. But like I said, my issue is that the New York airports are just a nightmare. Literal nightmare. It's like
Hmm.
you almost have to pay for a service to get you there, pay for a service to get back, because I wouldn't want to put my family members through, having to go through the hassle of, I mean, dropping off is one thing, but picking up is just such a difficult thing to deal with. That's like a 2.5 hour affair, not to mention driving there to begin with. So I know I'm kind of, you know, complaining a little bit too much about it. I'd rather drive actually. So that's what I'll go with.
I mean, I'm a flyer, so I'll just get on a plane and go. So,
Yeah.
but like I said, I'm spoiled. I have the Hartford Springfield Airport in Brett called Bradley, which is very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always had good success
Yeah.
there.
I
So
might try Danbury.
yeah,
That might not be too bad, because that's literally only like 40 minutes from me. And should I might actually be easier than Westchester
hmm.
or White Plains Airport.
Yeah, right.
So,
Yeah.
all right, let's see. Any other questions out there? Let's see if I missed anybody, and I apologize if I have. So I will scroll through these things. No.
Yeah, I love
So
questions. I love questions about ShireCon. I love questions about game design. I
yeah,
love questions about anything. So if
yeah.
you
If you
got them,
have
shoot them.
any
I'll
questions
answer them.
about any of those things,
Yeah.
please feel free to jump in there, and we will see. So I was going to try to do a share. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it on this. Let me try one more time, because I thought this is front ultra wide front camera. Let's see, this plus should be presentations, local video, image. No. Let me try one more time. Let's try presentations. And nope, that's not it either. It doesn't give me the same function to open up a window that I already have opened.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, I was going to try to share. I'll do it verbally. So I will be at ShireCon, and I am running two. I am running two sessions of Castles and Crusades. Friday at 1 p.m. for a 4-hour session. I have 6 seats, and that is in the main room, and that is called The Tinker's Lost Chest. This is an adventure that I've written myself. All right, it is it's a pretty cool adventure, I think, for introducing somebody to the system of Castles and Crusades. And then there is also, I don't know, I'm black screened now on there, but it's also a game adventure that I think will be challenging and a lot of fun for the players to be involved with. And then the second one is so Thom is sharing a screen. So let's see. There you go. So the second one is the new box set adventure that I'll be running for the first time, and I'll of course modify it for convention play. This was something that Jeremy Farkas had written. He's from Troll1Games, and Jeremy brought it up. That I was surprised he jumped in on my live stream the other day, and we started talking about it, and really excited about running that and making sure that everyone can check that out. So it's called Into the Dark. It's the introductory adventure for Castles and Crusades, and I think it's really written, to the point that it's best as an introductory to the game system. So it'll be a lot, pretty easy for you to run or play for the first time. And I'm going to go in there with a combination of pre-gens and also some blank character sheets in case you want to roll up your character or in case your character dies. Because it's not an easy adventure either. So that's another interesting thing that they did with their starting adventure, is that it can be a pretty challenging adventure, which I think is good. I think it's a good thing to put out there, that adventures, especially convention play, tend to be challenging. And I'm guessing Thom is along the same lines as that, and experience wise. Is that a fair statement to say, Thom, that convention adventures are more challenging than
I would
typical,
agree with
like
that. Yeah, I would agree with that. I
yeah,
mean, the goal, you have a limited time. The goal is to try to get players to get through it. But it's not surprising when groups get massacred
yeah,
um, or they run into trouble, and because you're trying to make it hard, because you've got their focus, unlike a regular campaign group where people kind of drift in and out, or talking about movies or whatever, work or whatever. This is like people are paying to come and play for you know several games in a weekend, and they tend to be more focused. So you want to give them all the hard puzzles, all the hard challenges, and it's usually not a cakewalk. So yeah,
mm,
I would agree that convention adventures are harder.
yeah. And players play differently in conventions as well. So that's another thing. They definitely take riskier moves when
Yeah,
they know that they're essentially in a one shot kind of situation.
yeah.
All right. So here's a question for you. So what program do you use to write and format your adventures?
That was a good question. I use Affinity Publisher.
Hmm.
For a long time, I used the Microsoft Publisher, and that got limited. Um, limited. Although I would argue that Microsoft Publisher has the best table tool of any that I've used. Meaning
Hmm.
that when you're creating a table in the text, it's just so easy to populate and format.
Hmm.
Um, Affinity Publisher is a real pain. You have to basically create a bunch of them and have them as separate little widgets that you pull in when you need them. Because if you try to create them from scratch, they're a nightmare. But I love Affinity Publisher. It generates perfect PDFs every time. I'm using Affinity One, I believe,
Okay.
because
Yeah, that was a later
I'm
question.
prompted to upgrade constantly, and I don't. So
Mm.
no, I
And
think I'm using Affinity One. So
have you messed with
I love it.
InDesign at all?
I have. So here's the thing: is that as a creator, you have to recognize what you do well, what
Hmm.
you have time to do well. And my thing is writing. I do my own layout only because it makes it easy to get things done quickly.
Hmm.
I don't have to pay another resource. But if I had to learn InDesign, I would be taking a lot of my time away from writing to learn that tool. And I figure I'm pretty good with two publishing tools already, and I can make them work for pretty much everything I need. I understand that the learning curve is hard, and that once I got it, it would be great. Then it may maybe even speed things up. But I just don't have the time right now to learn InDesign, so I've got that on the back burner. I'm going to use Affinity. Plus, Affinity, it's a one-time fee install, and I'm done. I don't have to pay for it ever again. Whereas a lot of these more modern tools, you're paying monthly fees. As a small indie creator, I don't have a lot of money to just pay monthly services for a whole bunch of things. I'm already paying for, Dropbox and a bunch of other stuff that are important to
Right.
me. I feel like right now InDesign is not for me, but I like Affinity Publisher. It works. It's easy to learn. It works really well, and I've made really good books with it. So I'm going to keep using it until I can't use it anymore.
Yeah, it's all of these things, they start to become, um, if you start signing up for every service that there is out there that you actually use, it's like, oh, geez,
Mhm.
this is expensive. Then you want to, when you start, like, even for like YouTube, it's like, I'm not going to, I still don't see the benefit of signing up for their YouTube Premium. It's like,
Right.
I don't get what the point is of that. And then I pay for Restream, although I'm kind of scratching my head questioning why I had that problem tonight with it.
Mhm.
But yeah, Restream became the cheaper of the alternatives, I think,
Sure.
because it's still less than $20 a month, and compared to the one I was using before, as StreamYards went like skyrocketed, like
Right.
almost tripled in price.
It's
So I was like,
crazy.
oh, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, just just looking for different, and you're doing a publishing thing that I really have not dabbled in very much. So that would be something that I'd be like, nah, I don't have that kind of time to
Mhm.
learn these programming systems. It's like I'm terrible at learning how to do various systems on the computer. It's got to be super easy for me, or super simple for me to be able to do that. Like, I don't use the program like OSC, or you know, to me that's like really really complicated. And even
Hmm.
like Fantasy Grounds, or some of those other ones that I have, the Forge is another one that was like, I don't want to have to create a server, just to
Right.
run a game. So I was like, I'll use Roll 20, because it's not the best out there, but it's the easiest to use.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at with my technology level, is just not where it could be, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, I'm a technologist by trade, so I'm writing code every day.
Yeah.
I'm doing server and database work constantly,
Mm.
and a lot of times I don't want to come home and learn another software, another programming language, or learn another software widget.
Mm.
So I'm the opposite of that. It's like I'm very capable. I just don't want to.
Right.
I do it all
Yeah.
day long. It's hard to get home and come home and do some more. So if I can
Yeah.
learn something and it's easy and it's straightforward and it solves the problem, then I'm happy. And InDesign's probably better,
Mm.
but if any publisher solves the problem, and I'm happy with it. So
Mm.
for now, that's where I'll stay.
Yeah. So YouTube Premium is worth it for me. No commercials. I just skip through the commercials.
Hmm.
Once in a blue moon, I'll actually watch them, and I'll actually link on them. Like every once in a while something will come up, and I'll be like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And then I'll see it, and then I'll go and find it on Amazon for a little bit cheaper than what they show it on YouTube.
Sure, sure.
Um, so let's see. Yeah, so there's a bit of a delay between my hitting these things and them actually appearing. So that's a little bit of a slowdown from iPad to what you guys are seeing. Let me
Yeah.
try this. So let me give away the first 5 freebies I have for the month of August. So let's go here. And this is the one reason why I need to have this opened up on this, on the computer. I just turn off the volume, so these should start populating. Um, and let's see. So free memberships, and this will allow you to join in on any of my games on Discord. So unfortunately, I won't be able to link Discord directly to this, but you can certainly go into the description of any of my videos and find my Discord channel and jump on over there. Recently just broke over 200 members on my Discord channel. So, and that's just a gaming channel. You know, you go in there, you'll find a game to play. So that's good. So John Schlow, you know, that's one for you. Percival, Doc Flamingo. Hey, how's it going, Doc? Midnight Green and the Batman. Oh, I didn't realize I had a superhero on my channel, so that's always good. And yeah, so congratulations to all of you. And let's see. So if you want help with tables in Affinity 2, I'm clicking it there, and that's not going to work there. Yeah, he mentioned the Foundry too, and yeah, Foundry. Curry Scott mentioned the Foundry, and yes, the learning curve on Foundry is really, really hard because it's not clear how you actually allow people to join your game or how you join their game. It's like they have to come with a different interface. You know, so that's definitely. So if you want help with tables and Affinity 2, I just make them in Google Docs and load them into Affinity 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll have to try that one time.
Yeah.
I tend to format my tables really kind of fancy with different colors and stuff. So I'm not sure if Google Docs will do that for me, but I'm gonna give it a try.
And he knows a guy. I know a guy who knows a guy for Foundry, I guess, and sharing referrals if you need a referral. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that as well. And yeah, but like I said, I'm kind of an old dog. I don't do new tricks too much. So if I find something that's very easy for me to use and it serves its function, which my Roll20 is doing right now, I'm good with that. You know, if they shut it down, I would figure out a different way. I kind of miss Google Plus. that's the,
we all do.
you know, I think everybody misses Google Plus. That's one of those things that just you scratch your head and wonder why didn't they just figure out a way to, you know, if they wanted to monetize it, I think they could have just monetized it in some way, you know, and but it gave us everything that we needed. Such an easy interface to use. It had a dice roller, it had, you know, it had all kinds of stuff that you could just add. So bizarre that they just shut it down. The only other time I ever seen something like that was with Electronic Arts when they shut down Earth and Beyond, which was an MMO that was a great space MMO, and it was selling. It was well populated. It was, and then all of a sudden, boom! They just shut the whole thing down. They pulled the plug on it, and it was like, you know, this was a popular game. It was doing really well, you know, at the time, and it was around the same time as like Star Wars Galaxy, when Star Wars Galaxies was floundering a bit in its early stages when you know, SOE screwed the pooch on that one, you know, and that was like, wow. And then EA basically just pulled the plug on something that was, you know, that was selling. It was, you know, really doing well, and it was a great game too. So yeah, sometimes companies don't like making money. It's like they're counterintuitive when it comes to their decisions. But you know, hey, look at Star Wars and Marvel, and you kind of see it's like, you know, and it's you know, we want to just ignore, you know, the good things that we have out there, and you know, there is no EU, you know, basically alternate universe, you know, or expanded universe. But anyway, so ShireCon is coming up in
6 weeks,
about 6 weeks.
7 weeks,
Yeah,
6, 7
about
weeks. Yep,
6 weeks. So that's just around the corner, everyone.
sure is.
You know, I you know, highly recommend you get out there. the games you'll be able to start signing up for games sometime next week is fair to say, or
next week. Yep.
yeah. So sometime next week will be great for to sign up. I know I'm looking for. I'm not going to say which games I'm signing up for because I don't want to get any. I don't want to get bumped. So
There you go.
yeah. I'll never forget one time I pulled over on the side of the road driving home at like 7 p.m. and I pulled off into this thing just so I can log in the games that I wanted.
There you go.
For I forget if it was for your convention or it might have been for Rising Phoenix. It might have been Rising Phoenix. And I was like, all right, I got to pull over and get on my cell phone and put these things in. And the one time I forgot this is a nasty little thing with tabletop events is that you have to confirm twice. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything has to be confirmed twice. Otherwise, it's not just, all right, I'm going to sign up for these games and hit OK. And then you have to go to the checkout and then you have to hit OK again. And
Yep.
that two stage is a little bit confusing for the newcomer.
Yeah, it is. But that's the tool we get to use. So
yeah, so here we have some people that are coming to ShireCon. So I'll put those up there. So let's show and wait for it to pop up. So this is going to be Salt.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
we know
So,
Saltart.
yep. And then DM Blackwell is going to try to get there next year.
Yeah.
So it'll be great to meet you in person next year, and looking forward to that. Yeah, ShireCon is an awesome convention. You need to get out there and definitely check it out. And
Well, here's a quick message to Kato. When
okay.
when you see me at ShireCon, talk to me about your idea. Okay.
Okay. And the other thing with ShireCon is that there is an Airbnb there, right? Or near.
Several.
Oh, several in the area. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that there were any, actual hotels in the general area unless you're going to travel about 40, 50 minutes away.
Well, no, you can get one within 25 to 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Torrington or Great Barrington.
Oh, okay. Oh, on the Connecticut side. All right.
Yep. So there are places you can drive 30 minutes to get there. There are lots of Airbnbs. Actually, one just opened up that's real close to the venue. Not walking distance, but pretty close. I just found out about today. So
Cool.
I may post a list of Airbnbs that I'm aware of on the ShireCon page at some point because there's quite a few, and I know a lot of people get them early, but there's still quite a few around. So.
Oh yeah, that would be helpful. That would be really good to get that information out there for people so that they can, so they can check them out and everything. It is it's a pretty rural place. When you head out there, it's like I know my drive is all like a very, very twisty, twisty turny road.
Kind of Route
getting
22
down there,
kind of
and it's
kind of vibes, right?
Yeah,
Route 22.
yeah. Route 22 is is most of my trip there, and it's like but like I said, it's not a long drive. It's about 40 minutes of rural road driving. So pretty cool. So hi folks, going there. Make sure that you sign up for Thom's Tavern Brawl. And yes, I am definitely
says a former winner.
It says former winner. So how does that work? Let's wrap up with the Tavern Brawl. So how is that, like a battle royale? Like 20 player characters go into the ring?
Yeah, so basically everybody gets like first level newbie characters at random. And they're on a little card, tarot sized card. And everybody goes in a certain order based on how they rolled their initiative, and basically the goal is to get as many kills and rounds rounds around the table survived. The most total stamps of rounds survived and kills wins the tavern brawl. And the character that can win can be dead at the end. It doesn't matter because you just get new characters every time your character dies. You just get another one off the pile.
Oh, I
Every
see.
round
I see.
I'm stamping them. We're stamping like crazy. Stuff gets stamped all over the place. People are shanking each other all over the place. It's a lot of fun, and if we move quickly and people are, um, paying attention, it gets really interesting and really fast. And I tend to be a little out of control as I only run the game. I'm the adjudicator. So I basically am screaming at people and threatening to skip their turn if they're not ready. And we move along very quickly. I run it at several cons, but ShireCon's the only one where you get an engraved dagger saying
Nice.
that you've won. So I run it at North Texas and Total Con, and I do not give away a prize. You just get to put your name on the giant plaque of winners.
Previous winners,
Yeah, but ShireCon's the only one where you get a really cool physical prize. And it ends the con, and I can take up to 20 players, and the more players, the more fun it is because it gets insane quickly. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And you have the swag bags this year, and you have the t-shirts again. So
t-shirts.
I was looking around for my t-shirt. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do on my t-shirt? I was going to wear it today, and I was like, all right, it's either in the wash or I put it someplace. So I'll have to pick up a new one this year anyway. I've downsized, so that's another big thing. It's like
I like the new logo it's probably my second favorite.
Yeah.
This year's logo. So my favorite is still Eowyn over the Witch King, but this one's pretty good too with Treebeard. Next year we've got a really cool idea for one too, so we'll see how that goes. I usually get them made pretty early, just so I have them for all my advertising. So.
Yeah, and like I said, I sent out those, you send me those flyers and everything, and that's awesome. And I shared those out there to to the conventions that I attended, and those were a big help. I hope that helped you out too, and getting more people to.
I'm sure it did. Yeah, I'm sure it did. I usually leave a whole bunch of flyers and bookmarks and cards everywhere I go to. So it all works. It all works. Everybody gets to participate in helping the con succeed, which is great. So
because there's not too many local stores by me anymore, and the one that was in my town actually literally shut down like 3 days after I left it. I was like, did I do something did I do something wrong? But but then no, it was totally unrelated. But it was I was like, wow, that's why I got Dragonborn for so cheap there. They happen to be shutting it down.
It's tough business to be in, little game stores. So
it's tough. It's a tough business to be in, and they were great people, but it was like she just had the owner just had a baby like 3 months prior to, and she was like, I just can't balance this out.
That's a lot to juggle at once.
Yeah, to run like a small shop like that, and one that was so geared towards the collectible cards and everything, that's what it was. It was like because that's their bread and butter, and she was like, there was just too much to manage, and
when you get into like Magic, this Friday Night Magic and pre-release events, and it just burns the candle at both ends.
Oh yeah, they had like 5 events a week every week. It was like, wow.
And that's what gets people in the store. That's how you sell product. But you got to put a lot of time in, and it's really a tough business.
Yeah, I'm sure. So anyway, well, thanks a lot, Thom. It was great to see you again. I will see you in 6 weeks in person. And
excellent.
And I know it's a big family affair. Like your whole family was there last year and running it, and they did a phenomenal job. So for every one of the family-run conventions, just phenomenal. Just you will have the best of times and everything. So that's another big thing. When they're family-run, You know,
Mhm.
you really do feel like you're coming home each year, and that's a great thing too. So
Yep, we treat everybody like they're their extended family, so
yeah.
that's kind of what our con is. So,
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining in, and Tom, thanks again for popping in. And I will once I figure out this nonsense with the computer, I'll boost out that your Kickstarter and
mhm.
more out there for ShireCon as well, and everyone else on the channel. Thanks for popping in. And if you have any questions, yeah, the t-shirts look great. I will leave it with that one there. Um,
Alrighty.
yeah, the t-shirts look great, and they always do. Every year, the t-shirts are awesome, you
Yeah,
know, and they're nice too because they're not just the plastered on label, ones, right? They're more like the cloth like this is here.
yeah.
You know, they're
Yep,
nice. They're good quality shirts. So
yep.
that's something I want to talk to you about is like where you get your shirts from because that's
Oh yeah, we'll
something
talk
I'd
about
like to
that.
do as well. We'll talk about that the next time.
Yeah, come see me
So
at ShareCon. I'm not running any games, so
yeah, 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 we'll talk. All right,
all right.
everyone. Thanks for joining. Tom, again, thanks. And,
Yep,
like I said, I'll see you in 6 weeks. And everyone
yep.
else, remember to subscribe and like and leave your comments in the comments section. Hit those links. I'll put a link for ShireCon. I'll put a link for the Kickstarter out there on the channel. So definitely
Appreciate
check
it.
those things out. And you all
Yep.
have a great remainder of your Sunday night, and let's look forward to a week of work. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
right. Well,
have a good
whatever
one,
it is.
everyone.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right. So let me figure out how to do it here. I guess I can just hit this. No, I don't know how to turn it off on this. So I'm just going to close it out.
All right.
All right. Have a good one, everyone. Take care.
All right. Bye bye.